What's up guys, it's Tom from Chalking Fitness, and I just wanted to put out a quick video with my first impressions of the Reebok Nano 10. Really kind of like the look of them. I know a lot of people might think they don't like it, but I like the kind of bit of a classic look, slightly higher cuff on the shoe, the more dominant vector I think is really cool, and I'm sure it'll be some really interesting kind of colorways coming out in the coming months. I've been wearing it a little bit. I think like a lot of people won't have trained heavily in it yet, but I just wanted to kind of let you know a little bit more about how I see it kind of feeling and fitting compared to say the Nano 9. For me, I love the Nano 9. It's really loose and flexible. The upper is kind of all one piece and kind of gives a lot of flex. That's something actually I really like. I really like to be able to kind of move my toes when kind of lifting and things like that. Early kind of reviews of the 10 suggested that all the extra kind of like design on top and extra material made it a bit snugger. That's something I found with the Nano 9 Beast Mode, in that they changed the upper, which was a lot more rigid, and there was some kind of extra support within the upper, which meant that it kind of lost that out of the box super comfy feel. It definitely felt narrower as well, which made me just feel like it needed a bit of breaking in, and having trained in it quite a bit now, it definitely feels more comfy. The Nano 9 did have that kind of super comfy out of the box kind of feel. As the Nano 6 kind of introduced, really pleased to see the Nano 8 bring that back, and then the Nano 9 continue with it. The Nano 10 has it, which is really nice. It's super comfy straight out of the box, really like it. It does feel a little bit more rigid, which is not surprising given that it really feels like it's just a Nano 9 with a body kit. I went half a size larger than I do in the Nano 9 because some people in their early reviews had talked about it feeling quite narrow because of all this kit. On reflection, I've got quite wide feet, I probably would have just stuck with the same size. I've just got that little bit extra length than I'd normally have, and it doesn't feel roomy in width, but you know, I think I probably would risk going back to my standard size, but there's no issue. I mean, half a size difference is only about half a centimetre, so you know, either works really. One of the reasons I say that, so I talk about it being a Nano 9 with a body kit, is you've got a lot of additional TPU stuff going on the upper, especially around the lace holes, but it's also more prevalent on the sides as well, coming off the kind of enlarged outsole. The other big thing that's noticeable is that whilst on the Nano 9 and on the Nano 8 you've got quite a thin, flexible, what people describe as a booty at the back by the cuff, they seem to have replaced that now with a much more substantial kind of like cuff to the shoe, a very much enlarged heel, which I don't find uncomfortable. The tongue is a lot larger as well, a lot more like the Metcon 5, at least in the Matt Fraser edition. If you wear kind of like ankle socks, then you might be more noticeable of having that kind of against the bottom of your shin. But yeah, the cuff is now a lot more solid. The back quarter of the shoe is more like a kind of normal kind of material that you might expect on a typical fabric trainer. And what that also then means is that the kind of upper at the back quarter is a kind of a mesh rather than the flex weave. The flex weave at the front feels a lot more like the Nano 9 than say the Beast Mode. Flexible, kind of one piece, and kind of really comfy. It's going to take some getting used to in terms of how to lace it up, because the lacing does come a little bit higher, and also what I'm finding is just when you kind of move around, say lunging, burpees, this rigidity around the kind of eye holes of the laces does kind of create some kind of resistance, which probably needs a little bit of breaking in. So I'll be training in them this weekend, and we'll let you know in due course how I get on with them, doing a bit more kind of lifting and kind of moving weight and such. So let me know what you think of the colorways. In short, it's a Nano 9, I reckon, with a body kit. Is the body kit going to bring any performance improvement? I wouldn't say overly, but I'm pretty confident they've still got the great kind of stability and support. So we'll see what happens. Cheers.